Hey everyone, this is Skyby, and today we're gonna watch the one-on-one game in the Dark Against Dark matchup. And my opponent is Malek, quite a good player. I don't think I've beat him even once, at least in the recent few months. So he's kind of stronger, but in terms of strategy and probably the account. But he played a funny strategy here, and I decided to actually record this video because many players come and ask me like how to deal with the bombers, especially from that stream where I've shown the strategy with the early bombers harassment, where you keep pressuring and so on. And apparently more players try to use this strategy, and so their opponents struggle to deal with it. And since I've ran into such a strategy myself, I decided to kind of try to show how to go against the mass bomber harassment. So yeah, I kept opening some different settings because my ping for some reason is much higher than usually. Usually I have like 10 ping, right now 140, so I just checked a couple of times if Wi-Fi is on, what's even going on, open Winbox in the background. Yep, and also I was checking something in the Russian voicing, so I forgot to switch the localization, so sorry about that. But anyway, this is why my build order is a bit sloppy here. I lost probably 5 to 10 seconds with the barracks timing. And also I forgot about the 11th worker, so I'm not getting another worker now, so I'm on 10, which you can clearly see from 20 supply. So you're supposed to have 11 workers with a sawmill first, but I only have 10, because I was kind of trying to figure out what's happening with my internet connection. So anyway, I ended up playing on 60 FPS and 60 ping, and since I'm floating quite high in resources, I decided to go for kind of weird builds. So I'm getting the second rocks right now, and I'm gonna get probably 2 or 4 goons and then switch to the Wolf Riders. So that is my plan. And I also scout with a worker. As I already mentioned in the previous video, I use a worker rolling on the enemy gold mine, because if you do it like this, the enemy, this worker is not gonna be assigned on the building back in the base, because we don't assign the gold miners if you have the woodcutters. I have a lot of woodcutters in the base, so my gold miner is not gonna be assigned. So my 2 barracks is ready. I'm adding the 2 goons. I also started the orc totem, the goblin lap, and the hero altar. So I'm gonna play wolves with the alchemist, and yep, I have the 2nd and the 3rd, and then 4th and 5th goon. So I'm gonna have 5 goons and then switch to something else. So I'm gonna use that goons with the alchemist mostly on the first chest. I also was going to add the farm, but then I decided I'll better put it in the other place, because it is Dark Against Dark, so in the late game there's a possibility that I'm gonna be up against the drills. I also seen the goblin lap in the enemy's base, so drills are even more possible. So first I wanted to go for the mana well, but then I decided that I'm probably not going there. Yep, and the farm is too late as well, so it is another sloppy moment in this game, so I didn't really play well at all. And now that I'm starting an alchemist, I have to use the legend call scroll on that, so that I even have it on time when getting my first chest. Yeah, I'm also starting the Wolf Riders and then the mana well, mana tower, so that I can take up to the tier 3 when I get a chest. Probably I still can get a chest because I have a lot of goons and an alchemist ready. And it is 5 seconds to go. And for some reason I'm not seeing any enemy here. Probably he's just getting his own chest. I was thinking that. But I'm not gonna try the enemy's chest because I don't have a strong mid game right now. I'm kind of mediocre in terms of army supply. Well, I'm kind of maxed out, so it's not even that bad, but now I was thinking to see if I can probably harass with the Wolf Riders and get the Manuel with everything else, and then I suddenly see all the bomber crew approaching my base. So I was thinking for a bit, what can I even do? Not much apparently, and he sent all the workers, and probably that was neatly calculated, all the workers to my main base, and I don't have the main building anymore. I also lost the Goblin Lab, and there's one more bomber, and he gonna kill my poor Citadel once again, so I lose 500. I don't... well, I still have some resources, and, well, the trick right here is that my enemy doesn't have any units anymore, because all of his units were sacrificed to kill my base. So what I do in such circumstances, I just immediately take everything I had and send it over the map to the enemy's base. Well, here he has the hero altar and then the napalm tower. I decided to go for the altar first, but then I changed my mind. I thought that probably with the portal I'm gonna take down the napalm tower rather quickly, and then I can kill everything else, because I have a lot of stuff, and the hero that's gonna approach from the hero altar is probably not even that scary. Well, he obviously got alchemist. One bomber is approaching. I'm trying to split the stuff a little bit, probably avoiding a bit of damage here, and well, I just gonna block the alchemist and kill it. At the same time, my citadel's ready, and I rally the units to the middle chest that's gonna pop up in 15 seconds. Alchemist gonna go down. He has a few goons, but I have more, obviously, and also I have the hero alchemist with his aura, reduces the incoming damage by a solid margin. 20% is obviously a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna kill the hero altar this time. I'm not gonna let his alchemist out. And then the napalm tower is cooking in the bottom right, and I decided that I'm not gonna go for that napalm tower now, because it's probably not even covering the whole base. Interestingly, he wasn't able to get the bomber in the right direction. Well, actually it is not blocked, it is just kind of semi-blocked with the workers. This is why the closed area defense didn't work there, because the workers are not considered the block area. Well, I saw his goon coming back from the middle of the map, so I assumed that probably I was too late with taking the middle chest. Apparently the middle chest was taken by the enemy. I actually sent the wolf there, but then I selected everyone and sent them and pressed move command back, so the wolf came back. The mistake from me then, and now the misclick. I almost sent all the army back in the base when trying to select the main building to upgrade. It is because I use that command that allows you to move on buildings. I really love that control. Well, I actually did it for myself, kinda, and I use it a lot, but sometimes it can still cause a misclick. By the way, yep, funny, but he didn't take the middle chest, so probably he misclicked as well. And oh, maybe he saw my wood rider and assumed that I already took that chest. But anyway, now I take all the chests. My enemy still sit 2 back in the base, because I made my army stand in his worker line, so he doesn't have many workers, he doesn't have many gold, and even though I wasn't even collecting the gold for a long time. By the way, I forgot here that I already have the totem of orcs in the top side of the base. So now I'm building the second totem of orcs, and that reach that I didn't even notice that. Now we can clearly see that totem. Yep, so I was just going to add the chieftain. By the way, I'm also kind of trying to get the Axe-Masters, because they are ranged and it will be easier to take down the Malek's base eventually, but later I thought that probably it could have been a good idea to actually get the Under Obelisk way earlier, and then I could have added the skeleton archers and probably finished the game much earlier. But anyway, I still have wolves, and there is the Napalm Tower. Wolves are not great against the buildings, but I have the paddle, and there are 5 wolves, which is quite a bit. So I use the paddle. They also damage the building too, by the way. They just do the damage over time to every target, not on the living. And yep, a lot of units. Altar of Heroes still survive. There is Alchemy, well, it is another one, Alchemist approach, but with Varg Riders. I'm gonna take it down. No more units for Malek, and not much he can do anymore. So what you can learn from this video is, if your enemy takes down your important buildings in the base, that means that he sacrificed a lot for that, and he doesn't have any army supply at the moment. And if you have the decent army to the moment, you can just send it all over the map to the enemy's base, and they will really be in trouble, because defend all of your army is definitely hard, even with the Napalm Tower. So just don't be too afraid to leave your base and go and punish your enemy for losing all their units for one building, or even the few. So that's it, that was the idea I was about to show you guys in this game. Thank you for watching, let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.